Hello and welcome back to Sista. Dr. Abim here, and today I thought I would just chat to you about breastfeeding. One of the biggest decisions you would have to make as a new mom is how to feed your baby. Whether you decide to breastfeed or bottle feed, I need you to remember the most important thing is that the baby is fed, gaining weight, developing and happy. Fed is always best. However, because we're talking a lot about breastfeeding in August, I thought I would just chat to you about the technique. Before becoming a mom, I just assumed that you will just simply put the baby to breast and they start to suckle. What I did not envisage was that there were a lot of other factors that needed to come together for the process to be seamless. One of those factors is the position. You need to get in the right position so that you're not putting strain on your back, for example. The other thing is the latch. The latch is very, very important. So the technique is that the baby has to fully encircle their mouth around the nipple so that they can produce the suction needed to breastfeed. Otherwise, what you get if that suction is not properly created is that the baby's sort of lip and tongue is sort of rubbing on the nipple, which causes a lot of friction and pain and eventually can lead to break in the skin, which can cause infections for mom. And of course, because it's not pleasant, it's not nice, it's very painful, many moms will tend to abandon the process of breastfeeding if that happens with them. And a common reason for that poor technique or poor latch is things like tongue tie, where there is the tongue is not as mobile as it needs to be able to fully grab onto the breast to provide that suction. And what tends to happen with this is you get very painful latching experience, painful feeding, and it's not very likely you would want to carry on if it's painful. And a good place to start is to just see your pediatrician if you're struggling with the latch, and they would be able to advise, most likely cut the tongue tie, which allows feeding to be a bit more comfortable. One other thing you have to bear in mind is the frequency of feeds, because babies have very small stomachs, and their foods get digested very, very quickly. They're very hungry, so they go every 2 to 3 hours wanting a feed. So you have to be committed to wake up and feed every 2 to 3 hours, or maybe pump so that somebody else can do the feeds for you. So those are the 3 most important things to bear in mind when you start your breastfeeding journey. I hope this has helped you understand a bit more about breastfeeding, and let me know in the comment section what your experience was or what you think about this. Until next time, Dr. Abim for Sista.